business owners, managers, leaders. What type of leader are you? So there's a model of leadership called the Tannenbaum-Schmidt Continuum of leadership, developed by two people, one person named Tannenbaum, the other person named Schmidt, funnily enough. And it goes through the different types of leaders that there are out there. There are loads of models that are based on this, with different words to describe the different levels, but the Tannenbaum-Schmidt is the one that I like to use. On the far left-hand side, as you're looking at the model, we've got the transactional. Transactional in old money used to be known as autocratic. So very much, you do what I'm telling you to because I'm in charge, I'm your boss, and I've told you to do it. That's transactional leadership in a very simplified way. Transformational leadership is on the right-hand side, and this is where you're very much a case of getting the ideas, the innovation, the collaboration, the ideas, and allowing other people to take ownership and take lead of their own sets of responsibilities. Now, actually, there is no good, bad form of leadership. That transactional, do as I say leadership has an absolute time and a place, as does the transformational side of things. Now, there's a lot of studies out there that tells us the best form of leadership is that transformational style. And yes, over long term, that is absolutely the right thing. It does have the greatest results over long time, but sometimes urgency is important. Sometimes we just don't have time to sit down as a committee and get loads and loads of ideas and analyze them and think about it and decide. Sometimes we just need to take action. So I'll give you an example. Back in 2012, I was part of a joint UK, US and Canadian task force managing the airspace in eastern Afghanistan. And well, I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to risk straying over into sensitive stuff or things that people might not want to hear. But there was some troops in contact on the ground and they needed air support. I needed to manage the airspace in order to get the aircraft to them and the airspace cleared, so there was no risk of blue on blue incidents when bombs were being dropped on enemy positions. If I had said to my team, what do you think is the best way to achieve this? A team of 4 people, all going to have very, very different ideas. And when I've got somebody, battle captain, on the radio screaming in my ear where I can hear the rounds, I can hear the gunfire and rounds pinging off, I can hear the screams and the shouts of people, I don't have time to sit down. It's very much a case of go do that, go do that, go do that, make it happen, don't argue, go make it happen now. That is transactional leadership. It was the right style of leadership at the right time. Now, often, that's obviously an extreme example. Often we don't have that levels of urgency where we then need to start embracing that transformational style where we can allow people to come up with ideas. We can start determining creative solutions, allow individuality to come out to different forms and expressions. That's how we grow as leaders, is when we learn off other people. Often a great way to recruit isn't to recruit somebody to do a job that you already know how to do. You recruit people to do something that they're better at than you. It helps you grow, it helps you innovate. Now, the various levels of leadership within the Tannenbaum, starting from transactional to transformational. On the left-hand side is that tell. Does what it says on the tin. You tell somebody what to do because you're in charge, you're the manager, you know what the right solution is. As we start coming to the right, we've got sell. So in simple terms, this is, you're still telling people what to do, but you're adding the why. You're convincing them as to why this is the right thing to do. So you're starting to build a little bit of knowledge for that. And then as you carry on, you go into suggest. So again, you're leading somebody to the solution, but you're applying a little bit of ownership on them. So you're suggesting maybe 2 or 3 different options and allowing them to have a choice. As we continue moving, consult, and this is where it starts to become more of a two-way conversation. This is the outcome that's required. Let's decide. Now, the person who's in charge still has the final decision, but you start generating ideas. As we move along, we start using what's been termed as joins. And that's, again, the leader, the manager, the boss, they have overall decision, but it's a far more collaborative way of doing it. Then we move to delegate. So this is the outcome that's required. You decide how to do it. So we're getting far more transactional. And then the final level within the transformational is abdication. Now, abdication, it sounds like a slopey shoulder, doesn't it? But abdication is a great unicorn, golden goose, whatever term you want to use, style of leadership, because it means that you've built a team so capable, so knowledgeable, so much ability that you can just leave them to it. They're self-managing, and they're capable of high performance and high output without you needing. That means that you can focus on the strategic element. So if you're the business owner, you can focus on the strategy that's going to help you grow your business. If you're employed within a business, you can start focusing on helping your boss achieve their aims, which then gives you higher exposure to higher levels of responsibility, which helps you achieve your ambitions and maybe get promoted further. So every level has its time and a place. It's using the right style of leadership at the right time, in the right situation, at the right person, not saying that one or the other is right or wrong.